Hello dear grade 10 students. Welcome to our English class. Our lesson today is vocabulary. As I have mentioned earlier, our objective this week will be to continue bridging the gap between your old and new curriculum. So let's get started. In today's lesson we have three objectives. Number 1, identify the uses of adjectives and prepositions in context. Number 2, apply knowledge of prepositions in order to relate to the 5 adjectives. And number 3, combine the given adjectives with suitable prepositions. Dear students, I want you to look at the picture. You may pause for a while and think of few words to describe the house in the picture below. You may pause for a few seconds. Alright students, let's see some possible answers. You may describe the house as comfortable, cozy, big, huge, beautiful, and spacious. Good going. Now my lovely students, as you saw, we use these words to describe the picture. So, what are these words called? Correct, these words are called adjectives. What are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe a noun or a pronoun. In the picture you saw, the house was a noun, and we use the following words, adjectives, to describe the noun. Dear students, look at the 4 pictures below. Grab your notebook and list some adjectives to describe them. You may pause the video to write your answer. Well done. Now let's look at some of the possible answers. A happy girl. The car is red. The man is strong. A hot, sunny day. Well done, students. Now, to check your understanding of identifying adjectives in sentences, please read the 3 sentences carefully and underline the adjectives in each sentence. You may pause again. Well done, students. Now let's check your answers together. The tall man at the counter felt that John was very kind gentleman. In this sentence, the adjective is tall because we describe the noun man, and also we have another adjective which is kind. We describe the gentleman John as kind. So we have 2 adjectives in the first sentence. In the second sentence, the hot sun rose in the morning and set in the misty evening. In this sentence, the adjective here is hot, which describes the sun, and misty, which describes evening. And finally, in the last sentence, many of those red flowers bloom in spring and die in the winter. In this sentence, we describe the flowers red. Great going, students. Now, please open your notebook and write 5 sentences using adjectives. Note that you can also make use of the given pictures. After writing the sentences, make sure to get them checked by your English teacher. Now let's move on to our second objective. I want you to read the words in each star and tell me what are they called. So I'm sure many of you know the correct answer. These words in, on, of, for, to, with, about, at, they are known as prepositions. What is a preposition? A preposition is a part of speech that shows the relationship between two things. Dear students, please read the examples given below. After reading them, you have to tell me what follows the words in blue. Take a pause to carefully figure out. Correct. The answer is preposition. In, to, at, about. As you can see in the above sentence, the words in blue are adjectives and they are immediately followed by preposition. Note that some adjectives go with certain prepositions. So, it's a good idea to try to learn them together. However, there are no grammatical rules for which preposition is used with which adjective. I hope it's clear now. To practice adjectives plus prepositions, we are going to complete the table by relating the prepositions to the appropriate adjectives. Let's read the adjectives here. Terrified, similar, curious, ready, afraid. Kindly pause the video for 1 minute and complete the task. Alright students, now it's time to check your answer. Let's see which preposition follows the adjectives along with a sentence for each justifying your answer. Terrified of. Let's see the example here. Sarah is terrified of being bitten by the snake. Similar to. Your dress is similar to mine. Curious about. I'm curious about the science project. Ready for. The goods are ready for shipment. And finally, afraid of. Joanna is afraid of failing. If you got the correct answer, you are simply doing great. Remember that a preposition is followed by a noun or a gerund. Now, my lovely students, think of some adjectives and prepositions that go together and write them in your notebook. Don't forget to get them checked by your English teacher. As you are aware now that there is no grammatical rules for using a certain preposition with adjectives, however, the good news is that there are some patterns that can help you. Let's look at them first. The first one, about. We often use about with adjectives of feelings like angry, excited, happy, nervous, sad, stressed, worried, etc. to explain what is causing that feeling. Let's look at some of the example here. She is nervous about the presentation. So the feeling here is nervous, which goes with the preposition about. He's excited about the new job. They were worried about the exam. I hope this one is clear. Let's look at the second one. We use of with feelings too. She was afraid of telling her mom. Anna is full of life. You should be proud of your progress. Next, let's look at the preposition to. We saw in the previous two slides how some prepositions follow certain adjectives. We can use to show the connection between people or things. He's married to the director. I'm addicted to my phone. I'm allergic to nuts. You can clearly see in these sentences the adjectives are followed by prepositions show connection between people or things. Here are some other useful adjectives with prepositions for. We can use for to demonstrate purpose or reason. Let's have a look at some of the examples below. Exercise is good for you. The town is famous for its cheese. I'm responsible for the financial side of the business. The three sentences with adjectives and the preposition for clearly demonstrates purpose or reason. Finally, we use with to specify the cause of the feeling. He was pleased with her. I could never be bored with football. I'm annoyed with her behavior. Hope, dear students, the use of adjectives with certain prepositions is clear now. Well, let's take a deep breath here. Now, we are going to apply what we learned. Read the two columns and join the two sentences after relating the prepositions to suitable adjectives. You may pause for 2 minutes to complete the task. Alright, dear students, now let's discuss the answers. Number 1. My father is proud of me as I scored 100% in my test. Number 2. Manchester in England is famous for its football team. Number 3. My friend is married to your cousin. Number 4. Helen and Mary are excited about their trip to US. And number 5. My dad got angry with me because I came home late. Dear students, if you got the correct answers, that means you did a wonderful job today. Finally, we move to the last activity of our lesson today. Now that you are familiar with the rules of using adjectives with certain preposition, use your knowledge to complete the table with the adjectives in the box. You may pause the video for 2 minutes and complete the task. Alright, now let's discuss the answers. With about, we use the following adjectives: nervous, worried, excited. With for, we use the following adjectives: responsible, suitable, famous. With to, we use the following adjectives: allergic to, addicted to, married to. With of, we use scared of, proud of, full of. And finally, with we use the following adjectives: disappointed with, popular with, and satisfied with. I hope, dear students, you got the correct answers. Finally, open your notebook and write 5 sentences describing the pictures using adjectives and preposition combination given in the box below. Dear students, don't forget to get your sentences checked by your English teacher. Goodbye, my lovely students. Have a wonderful day.